I'm inside the forest again, and as you can see, it's fog all around me, and of course this is the reason for which I came here. I really can't miss any day when it's fog in the forest, and now the snow is melting. I don't have snow on the trees. I really like having snow on the trees or having that hard frost on the trees, but today it's not such a day. Now this doesn't necessarily mean that's a bad thing, because we can concentrate on the white that is on at the base and on the floor of the forest, and also on a few dark orange towards a little bit of red leaves that are on the trees. And I think this kind of a mixture of white, orange and the dark branches, because the branches are empty and they pretty much show up as dark graphical elements in the forest, I think this mixture will create some interesting photos. Now in terms of what I'm going to use today, it's going to be my 6D camera, my 17 to 40 millimeter lens f4 L lens from Canon, and also my 24 to 105 f4 L lens from Canon. I'm starting with the 24 to 105 and then we'll see how things evolve. This is the first shot that I'm thinking of. Now, as you can see, there's a little bit of slope, and whenever you have a slope inside the forest, you create a strong diagonal in the frame. And in 95 or maybe 96.7% of cases, I don't photograph in these kind of compositions, mainly because I don't like having that big diagonal in the shot. But this is a particular case, because I have the white of the snow, the dark trees that are vertical, and then I have this beautiful tree that it's not completely emerged into the fog, so you can have details on it. You see the branches, you see the leaves, you see the bark, and because of that color spot, I think this scene will work very good, and also because of the vertical that the trunk creates. Now we have a really powerful diagonal, a really powerful vertical, and basically on the intersection of these two, we have those beautiful leaves that are still remaining, still hanging on, still hoping that they're gonna make it through the winter and will not fall off. Well, eventually I think they will fall off, but not today. So this will be a particular case, and a case that I think still produces an interesting photo. Now let's go and explore the forest some more. I want to also photograph some panoramas. I'm shooting more and more panoramas since I got the L bracket on my camera. So if you want to photograph more panoramas, buy an L bracket. Now, if you want a really powerful and dramatic shot, you can stay really low. In my case, I'm not staying low, but because the slope is going up, I don't need to stay that low. So I'm photographing up. Over there you can see there's a bright light, and because I'm here inside the forest, I'm shooting from darkness towards light, and that feeling that you get when you're doing something like this, you get black trunks, you get contrast, and you get a really dramatic and in some way a dark image, but it's beautiful. It's interesting to look at.
Hey, it's amazing, the subtle games that you are playing, and you don't even know I exist, but you have got me on your hit list.
I think whenever you're trying to photograph the forest, experimenting with different ways of capturing the forest compositions, high angle, low angle, panoramas, wide angle, long lens, can be very helpful. But what works best for me, I think, is panoramas. Panoramas, in my opinion, capture almost the soul of the forest. The idea that you have an image that it stretches, and it captures basically the magnitude and how big the forest is, and it tells you much more of the context rather than a single shot. A short tip would be to make sure your tripod is level, and when you're turning the camera, you'll not have the problem of the photo going down to the right or going down to the left. As I told you before in different vlogs, I like exploring the shots with the camera in my hand, and then I bring the tripod. I think it gives me a lot more freedom to move, and also gives me the possibility to think without being constrained of positioning the tripod. Well, I think the panorama works best here. I don't think it's worth losing more time. So I'm gonna go along this trail in the forest. Whenever I'm in the forest, I really like raising the drone. I can't help it. It's like I'm trying to see the forest with different eyes. So I really hope you enjoy the footage. And believe me, no harm came to the drone, so everything is fine. Well, let's go and search for another place to photograph. The reason for which I stopped here to photograph, hope you can see, let's try to underexpose it a little bit. So you see there's a little bit of curve over here. It's a nest shape, and the dynamic starts over here and goes through there, and then it turns. Now I will try different approaches. I will try a portrait mode to see if it fits, but also panorama, something like this, to have this in the middle of the shot. So again, I'm experimenting with different ways of capturing the same shot, and when I'm home sitting quietly in front of my computer and I'm analyzing the images, I can make a conscious decision. I think there's an interesting shot over there. Whoops! Because I have these small trees over here, and their leaves survived over winter, and I'm having this tree with this branch that goes up, and I will make these leaves almost red, and I'll keep the snow white, and again the contrast will be really big, but it's kind of interesting. It's like a carpet of red leaves inside a wintry forest. Again, I went for a bright colored tree in the white of the snow. Again, I tried to capture it in a single shot and then in a panorama. It's my way of doing things right now. So I guess this is the end of this vlog, and I hope you like it, you found it useful. You'll subscribe to this YouTube channel and you'll continue photographing until next time, because it's the only way to get better. And also, if you have comments, use the comment section below. Bye bye.